Oh, cute. It is 6 o'clock, almost 7. Do you know what I'm doing outside of my house? Well, first, I planned on filming this nice aesthetic intro for you. No, I'm outside of my house because I'm desperate. This is pure desperation. I've got my coffee beans, my coffee grinder. My boyfriend is still asleep, and the coffee grinder wakes him up. So we're gonna grind our coffee outside in this plug right here. And then we're gonna make some coffee, and then maybe I'll tell you about my books. Yeah. Okay, now that I have caffeinated, I have put makeup on, I am ready for the day and ready to talk to you about the books that I'm reading. I'm really, what are the words? I'm nervous. So I finished The Troop last week, very excited. Tried to dive into another book, didn't feel it, put that down. So then I started this, The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. And this is a retelling of the Baba Yaga myth. If you're not familiar, Baba Yaga, I think, is a Russian fairy tale or myth. And it's about a witch who lives in the woods with a house that stands on chicken legs. And I'm pretty sure that the myth is nefarious, like she eats children or something like that. Not entirely sure, but this is different. This is actually focusing on her granddaughter, Marinka, I think is her name. Yes, Marinka, and she doesn't want to be the next Baba Yaga. And basically in this book, a Yaga is a guardian of the gate of the dead. And what her grandmother does on a nightly basis is she ushers the dead to their final resting place through the gate of the dead. She holds a nice dinner for them and then she shows them the way. But Marinka is not into that. She's 12 years old. She's tired of moving around all the time because the house moves when they need to go and help another set of dead souls. And she just wants friends, guys. She just wants friends. She just wants some stability. And as someone who's moved around a lot in my younger years, I can fully understand this. Now, why I'm nervous about reading this is because I've gone through this very slowly. I am only on page 53 and I started this like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, not sure. Focus has been a little in short supply, but we're okay. We're gonna finish it this weekend. I should say that today is Thursday, so I'm starting this reading vlog a little early. Normally I like to start it on the weekend because that's when I have the most free time, but I've got a couple things going on this weekend that I just want to get a head start. I'm also in the process of listening to an audiobook called Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber, and I'm listening to it on Scribd. And guys, anyone out there who subscribes to Scribd ever have trouble with it? I swear every time I close out of the app, it jumbles up the chapters and then it like mixes up where I left off. I don't know if it's just me, but Scribd is getting on my last nerve. I swear I've listened to like multiple parts of this book way too many times because I'm just trying to go back and forth and find where the heck I left off. But anyway, Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe is actually a contemporary sort of ish magical realism book, and it's about a young girl who is on the precipice of the rest of her life. Basically, she is getting ready to go to med school, and her grandmother passes away. And in her will, her grandmother stated that she cannot get any of her inheritance until she comes back to her hometown and takes care of the family restaurant for 2 months. And there she meets a lot of characters, a lot of people that she ultimately falls in love with. And I'm not at the end of the book yet, but you know, I'm interested to see if she actually goes to med school or if she stays in her hometown to take care of sort of the family legacy and the people that she's grown attached to. So that's reading right now. I'm real excited about these if I can just get through them. I'm still working through this reading rut, so yeah. All right. This has been a very long intro. Oh, later I'm going to the Asian supermarket, H Mart, and I will show you my haul. Very excited to do that with you because, hello, I love some Asian food. All right, guys, I'm gonna get on with my day, read a little, and I'll check back in with you. So, typically, while I work, I like to watch things, usually on YouTube. But today, I'm feeling an Aliens marathon. I recently just watched the first one, loved it. As always, Sigourney Weaver is boss, but I haven't seen Aliens 2, at least not in a very long time, if ever. And I'm not even sure if I've seen Aliens 3. I've definitely seen Covenant, Prometheus, Alien vs. Predator, and I love me some alien horror movies. So let's get this started. Okay, quick check-in, because I'm starting Aliens. So this is the Alien, part of the Alien franchise, the sequel. Guys, what is it about people that refuse to believe there's like scary things up there? So Sigourney Weaver has just come back, just been awakened from her like cryo sleep or whatever, and she's telling everyone that the entire crew was destroyed due to crazy aliens that like settle in your stomach, gestate there, and then burst out of your chest. Yeah, hello. And everyone's like, none of this was ever recorded before. We don't believe you. You're a girl. Goodbye, Sigourney Weaver. And it's just like, if that was me, I'd be like, oh, well, shit obviously went down. Like, I would believe the girl. Honestly. What is so hard about believing aliens that come out of your stomach? Like, I would be scared. I would be scared. And this concludes my check-in. BRB. Hello, my friends. So I have just finished Aliens, the movie. So the sequel to the first Alien movie. 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know why I've never seen this movie. I thought I did, but turns out no. Because I had remembered how absolutely phenomenal it is, truly. I'm sorry for the glare of my glasses. I'll take that off. Ripley / Sigourney Weaver is an absolute babe and boss, and she really rocks some shit. And I'm really like sleepy, and for my lunch time I might take a nap, but I figured I could at least start the third movie. Everyone seems to be like divided on whether it's actually a good movie. I'm not that hard to please, so we might as well, right? Let's get watching. Okay, we finished Alien 3. No reading. Well, I've read a little bit in my book, The House with the Chicken Legs. Things are getting weird. She just found, the main character just found like, well, I guess that's a spoiler. We're not gonna go there. But she found someone who was supposed to do something, and things are starting to pick up. I can tell. I'm just going through it really slowly because we have Alien on the TV. So I finished Alien 3, and I really only have about an hour-ish left to be just like working and watching television. I think I'm gonna put on Alien Resurrection. I think I'm just gonna steam through this whole like Alien marathon. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna get it. I guarantee you my boyfriend is so sick of hearing this movie run right now and just the TV in general run. But I'm living my truth, okay? Okay. Hello, so I've just come back from H Mart and I had one follower comment on my last H Mart haul that they really enjoyed seeing this because they never really know what sort of vegetarian options there are at an Asian market. So I thought I'd go through again what I get. A lot of this is pretty normal for what I get, and I got a couple new things that I wanted to try out. I'm super excited. So I'm just gonna go through it really quickly, but not too quickly because I'll just explain why exactly I picked some stuff up. Yeah. Let me show you. Okay, first and foremost, the ramen. So they were out of our regular ramen, which is a green package by Nongshim. That's the brand. So I got Paldo, Kokomen, and it looks like it's clean and spicy. I don't know what that means. It does say chicken flavored, but I did read the back and it said artificial chicken flavor. So I dubbed the vegan. Other than that, there are no other animal products that I saw. And then I got this. This is called Veggie Tasty, which the name cracks me the heck up because why is it called that? I have no idea. This is also another vegan ramen. It's super good. It's been a while since I've had it. It is also a little spicy. Honestly, if you're going to a Korean supermarket, a lot of the ramens are gonna be spicy because Koreans like it spicy. All right. I also got this. This is one of my favorite cup ramens. This is the Nongshim brand of kimchi flavored cup ramen. And it is so delicious. It is great for like a snack. Honestly, sometimes I eat it for breakfast, but that's because I'm a garbage person. And then I got another ramen that's my favorite. This is the potato ramen. And I guess it's made, the noodles are made with potato starch. It says it has a chewy texture, but I don't think it's like ridiculously chewy. I don't know. I don't really notice an exponentially more chewy texture than the other ramen. I will say that the noodles are just a smidge thinner than your normal ramen. And I guess I like that. And the flavor is really freaking tasty. I highly recommend this. This is by Samyang. And I got 2 packets of that. So yeah. That's the ramen out of the way. Now, don't mind my messy kitchen. I do get this brand of rice. Now this is sticky rice, and it's just easier to buy it in like a bigger pack. This is 15 pounds, and I think it's like $12, $13. We don't go through all of this very quickly, but it's just, you know, good to buy in like these larger amounts because it's cheaper and it lasts longer. You don't have to go to H Mart a whole lot. And I live about an hour away from H Mart, so yeah. Okay, moving on. Rice cakes. These are the rice cakes I think they make, well, no. I'm not sure that they make it in the stores, but I feel like they do. Oh no. Anyway, this is the freshest like rice cake they sell. It's super tasty, super chewy and bouncy in texture. If you've never tried Korean rice cakes, delicious. Highly recommend this. I already have a pack in the freezer, but I'm cooking some for my friend and I figured I'd bring her a fresh pack. And on to more rice cakes. Okay, so this is like, you know, a quick frozen food. This is called dokbaki. Now, I will say, this is not technically vegan because they include, if you see here, fish cakes, but they don't, you know, mix it all together. It comes in a separate packet, so I just take the fish cakes out. Now, when I first bought this, and for people who are not super into spicy, be warned. This shit is spicy. Like, don't get crazy thinking that you can handle the extra spice or the other levels. There's like 4 other different levels of spice. This is just the normal, and I think that this is pretty decently spicy. It's not unbearable, not like, you know, blow your lid off type of spicy, but if you're not super into spicy, I would start with this level before graduating to any other kind of spicy of this brand of like frozen dokbaki. And I thought I was done with the noodles, but nope. So I just got this. Now this is new to me. This is Korean style spicy chewy noodle, as we see there. Now, I have not had this particular noodle. This is a refrigerated noodle. I found it in the refrigerated section. And honestly, if you can find noodles that you like in their refrigerated section of an Asian market, they're always super fresh tasting, super delicious, always more high quality than the dried packets that I just showed you. So I'm really excited to get into this. I've tried a dried packet of this kind of noodle. I think this is called bibimbap, but I could be wrong because I'm not Korean and I'm... Okay, my camera shut off. I was just trying to tell you that I'm an uncultured swine, but hey, here we are. I guess the camera agrees with me and decided to shut off. So, moving on. I got some dumplings, some frozen dumplings. They're like defrosting because I drove an hour away. But these are leek dumplings, and what's nice about these is that they have textured vegetable protein in it, so it feels like you're eating some sort of ground meat inside. These are small, but they're super freaking delicious, and I always put them in my ramen, and they're cheaper. Now, here's the thing about frozen Asian dumplings, at least sold in Asian markets. They all have MSG. You're just gonna have to accept that if you want to eat frozen dumplings from an Asian market, that there's MSG. I don't have a huge issue with MSG because I don't eat this all the time, but I don't really know the facts behind it. All I know is that there was a big to-do about it a while ago. So yeah, just FYI if you're sensitive about that, which I don't know. I'm not, because this stuff is delicious. Okay, rice crackers, nori rice crackers. If you guys have never had rice crackers, first of all, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for you and your poor little soul because rice crackers are delicious. I love these so much. Also, on to more rice things. Oh my God, my cats are nuts. That's what you just heard in the back. This is a rice cake. It'll ever focus. This is a rice cake. This is covered in black sesame seeds, and in the middle is sweet red bean paste, and this is my most delicious, or my most favorite snack. It's super delicious. It also has a chewy, sort of stretchy texture. Y'all are missing out. Like, I grew up with these textures and I just find them phenomenal, like truly. Okay. Moving on, I got a pack of nori sheets because we like to make homemade sushi, and it honestly is just freaking cheaper at an Asian market. If you can go to an Asian market near you and get nori sheets, never buy nori in an American store because it is just balls to the walls too expensive. Like, why American stores charge so much for nori sheets, I have no idea, but yeah. Anyway, rant over. Okay, I bought this kimchi. Now, I've had this kimchi before. Ooh, focus on the kimchi. So I've had this kimchi before, and at one point, look at that. That says less spicy, less salt. What sort of bullshit is that? If you know kimchi, you know that it's supposed to be salty and it's supposed to be spicy. So what I usually do when I get this is that I stir in more Korean red pepper powder because we're not wimps. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Kimchi, delicious. I got some spring rolls because, I don't know, or not spring rolls, spring onions. I guess, what, does everyone call it spring onions? I feel like everyone does. I call it spring onions. But these were 4 for $1. Now this I'm very excited for because I didn't know that they made this vegan. So this is a sweet red bean bun, and it is in the shape of a fish. And you're just gonna put it in the oven, or you can fry it, but I don't like frying things, that's a lot of work. And you just make it a little crispy, and then the inside is creamy red bean paste. Guys, look at it. I don't know what it is with Asians and like making things into fish shapes. I'm into it, I've always been into it, and I'm really excited. When I looked at the ingredients, there was no eggs, there was no milk, like, what? I'm really excited. Sweet red bean bun. Oh yeah. Okay, next thing. Got some tofu. I already have 3 packs in the fridge, but you can't ever have enough tofu, just saying. And then I've got some bok choy here. I don't know why they sell it in bags, but they just do. They just automatically bag things. I just needed a couple. And then I have here some Asian sweet potatoes. Now they're like purplish red on the outside, and they're white on the inside, and they are so delicious, and I prefer them over American sweet potatoes. I like American sweet potatoes, but these are just a little bit starchier, and they have like a more firm texture, and they are less saccharine, I guess you could say. They're not less sweet, but I feel like the American sweet potatoes just have a strange sweet quality that I love, but I love this sweetness better. Just, yeah, that's me. Anyway, that's my haul. I'm gonna be upfront. All of this was about $120. I also got 2 packets of another refrigerated ramen for my neighbor because she is also Asian, but yeah, that already went with her. So aside from that, I think those were each like $6, $7 each. So, but pretty decent haul for $120. This will last us a while, honestly. Yeah. Good morning, Coda. Good morning, Coda. Oh yeah, look at your business, Coda. What are you doing? What are you doing? Good morning. Hello, friends. It is Friday. It's Friday morning, and I just wanted to update you real fast. I'm over at my neighbor's house because I'm pet sitting / house sitting for them. So we've got their 2 dogs. You just met Coda, and then the other is Nima. Hi, Nima. They're both huskies. Look at this baby. Look at this baby. So cute. But I did just want to update you real fast on yesterday. I did get to read a little. I think I got around to like 150 pages in the book, and it's getting really good. I mean, it was good from the very beginning, I'll be honest. It held my attention. I was just still reeling from reading The Troop by Nick Cutter that it took me a second to get into it, but the book has been good from the beginning. The House with the Chicken Legs. The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. It's just phenomenal. There's little bits of Russian culture, especially when they talk about the food. And there's now a twist that has been revealed. A twist, if you will. And I'm really enjoying it. For a short book, I don't think it's not even 300 pages, but for a short book, it's really good, and I'm excited to finish it. I should finish it pretty easily, maybe tonight or tomorrow morning. Who knows these days. But I did want to share with you too, I finished Alien Resurrection yesterday. So that means I watched 3 Alien movies. Guys, first of all, things that I learned. I did not watch the original Alien movies when I was young. I thought I was an Alien fan. Turns out I've only seen, before yesterday, I only saw Alien Resurrection, and then much later I watched Alien vs. Predator. I tried to watch Prometheus and I wasn't paying attention the whole time, so I need to rewatch it, honestly. The only thing that held my attention while I was watching Prometheus was Michael Fassbender, because your girl is a fangirl of Michael Fassbender. He's so smoking, just plain sexy, absolute daddy. And then I've seen Alien Covenant. That one I saw more recently, and I like that. I've always liked the Alien movies, but so a couple months ago I watched the first Alien movie and I was like, definitely haven't seen this. And then I watched Alien 2, Aliens, yesterday. Definitely haven't seen that, and that's probably my favorite out of all of them. Fantastic freaking movie. Alien 3 was weird. I'm not gonna lie. Alien 3 was not my favorite. Yeah. I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on that. Yeah. And then Alien Resurrection, I found out, was written by Joss Whedon, who did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, Serenity, and then a lot of things. But he also did, I think, the first 2 Avengers movies. He was either the writer and director, or one or the other. I don't know. Either way, all I know is that I'm a big fan of Joss Whedon, and Alien Resurrection was very Joss Whedon. It was a little over the top. There was definitely some humor, and it was weird. It was a good weird. I really liked it. Also, I was gonna film me getting coffee this morning because it's Friday, and I felt like it deserved a coffee celebration type of thing. This is from my favorite cafe in North Carolina, Black and White Coffee Roasters. They have the most amazing vanilla latte. Like, I'm not even a big fan of vanilla, but yeah, I'm I'm just a giant fan of their coffee. You can order their beans online and their beans are just as good. I'm gonna sit down because I've got to work soon. Yeah, their beans are just as good, if not better than, I don't know. Their stuff is good. You can order it all online and I highly recommend them. I'll link it all down below. But I'm gonna get to working. Gotta take care of the dogs. There is also a cat here. Yeah, it's gonna be a good Friday. It's gonna be a good Friday. So I've decided while I'm over here, I'm going to restart Supernatural because all the seasons are out now, and yeah, and I'm sad. So I'm just gonna need to relive this whole legacy. I actually don't think I've seen all of the show, if I'm being honest, which I know is shameful, because I have a Supernatural tattoo on my right boob, basically. Honestly, as far as I know from fans, the first 5 seasons were the best, and then it sort of like gets really complicated and convoluted as it moves on. They're still good. They're just, it just becomes really intense and serious. Kind of like how Buffy gets, I don't know, which is another series that I love very much. It was a very pivotal part of my childhood and just like my middle school and like high school years, but I haven't seen the last couple of seasons because it just gets less fun and more serious, which I know it's very like a serious show, you know, the one slayer saves the world, etc., etc. Things happen, human condition, existential dread, which is sort of what's happening in Supernatural. But I am committed. I'm gonna watch a lot today, and then maybe we'll finish the series at some point. Good morning, my loves. It is Sunday morning. Yes, I know I didn't film the whole of Saturday because I was actually very busy. I'm very sorry for this backlighting. It's bright as hell in my house. Like, I don't know when this happened. Anyway, I wanted to update you on my basically zero progress on my book, The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. Guys, this is really good so far. I'm very interested in just how it explores the theme of, you know, trying to build your own future and your own happiness in the eyes of a 12-year-old in very sort of like supernatural circumstances. It's really good so far. I'm thinking I can definitely finish it this today. I have less than 100 pages left, and honestly, the pages are like, they're pretty easy. Like, the font is kind of big and the spaces are kind of big, so yeah. But actually, what I wanted to talk to you about is I just got back from Michael's and TJ Maxx. Hello, what else is new? Because I had to return the dress I showed you last vlog. I just needed a bigger size. I got a small, and like the arm elastic on the sleeves were just too tight. And your girl has biceps, okay? So we're just not into feeling tight around the sleeves. Also, can I show you one of my favorite shirts? It says Chucky, Freddy, Jason, Michael, and Pennywise. Because your girl is a spooky bitch. Okay, let me show you my little haul. Okay, first things first. From Michael's, I got 3 things of yarn. Oh my God, my dog is freaking out. Look at this. What are you doing? Why do you think you need this? Why do you need this yarn? No, he thinks it's a toy because it's fuzzy, but it's not, honey. It's just not. We even got him a toy. Anyway, got 3 things of yarn because I'm gonna try and actually figure out some knitting. Stop! He's trying to get it now. Let's see if I can like fix this backlighting. It's not gonna happen. Okay, the next thing I got is a very cheap candle, but it smelled really nice, and it is pumpkin pie in this was $6. I'm pretty sure it's made of crazy wax. It's not soy wax, that's for sure, which I'm pretty sure is healthier, but for $6, I was feeling the pumpkin vibe, so I grabbed it. And also I had like this 20% off coupon of your entire purchase, so he's still staring at me because he wants the yarn. Stop! My God, he's so sassy. And then behind me, I have this very beautiful fall garland. And I'm very excited about this. It's got green leaves, red leaves, orange leaves, little pumpkins. And I'm very excited. It's gonna go over my brown bookshelf. Maybe once I finish that room, which I still haven't finished, my little library room. Oh my God. I think the cats are like playing with toys. Once I finish that room, I'll do a library room tour, but it feels like it's never gonna be finished, so you may never get that, but I want to finish that. Okay, and then I think, oh yes, I have a couple of other things. So if you didn't remember from last time, this is the dress that I got. This like burnt orange, puffy sleeve, little beauty. And I just got a size medium because size doesn't really matter. Like you buy clothes, you should buy clothes that are comfortable and fit your body. Like don't worry about going up or down a size. Okay, unless you want to, but you're probably beautiful just the way you are. I know you're beautiful just the way you are. Welcome to my TED Talk. Okay, the next thing I got, oh my God, guys, I forgot I got this. I'm so excited. It says bookworm, and it's a really large mug. I'm really excited. I was hoping, I saw it and I was like, I'm not crazy about the colors, but this mug is giant. It's like black on the inside too. Okay, and then the last thing I got was, to nobody's surprise, another candle. And it is Appleberry Pumpkin. And this is made out of a coconut wax blend, which I don't know that I've had coconut wax candles, but it smells lovely and I'm very excited. And that, my friends, is my little haul. I'm gonna go read now and I'm gonna finish this book. And if I don't finish this book, I'm gonna cry because it's just stupid that I don't finish this book today. So hopefully the next time I check in with you, it'll still be Sunday and I will have finished The House with Chicken Legs. Okay, goodbye. Well, here we are at the end of the reading vlog. Guys, I just wanted to check in with you one last time and give you a recap, a summary of the books that I have read this weekend. So I finally finished The House with Chicken Legs by Sophie Anderson. And guys, it was just really, really charming. I highly recommend this one. I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna give it about 4.5 out of 5 stars. You know, the difference between a 4.5 and a 5-star book is really kind of random and arbitrary. Honestly, it's just that feeling in my chest that I get when I'm like, wow, I'm gonna tell everyone I meet that they need to read this book. And this is not necessarily that kind of book. Not because it's not worthy of everyone reading it. That's not the case. I think that this book is just for a very specific audience. This is a middle grade, and some people I know just don't enjoy sort of that middle grade type of storytelling, even though it's applicable to all ages. Now, specifically this book, why it's so amazing is that I felt like I was learning the lessons that was being imparted by this book along with the main character. You know, Marinka, the main character, she is a 12-year-old or 13-year-old, and she just has to go through all of these growing pains of figuring out what she wants to do with her life. And part of those growing pains is making a lot of selfish, rash, and impulsive decisions that sort of have ripple effects that you don't always see right away. And we've all been there, whether we're young or we're old. We're always making decisions that maybe don't turn out the way that we want them to. And Marinka goes through a lot of that. She also goes through the learning process of trying to understand what it's like to be grateful for her life and the life that she's given. And not necessarily settling for less, but also accepting that, you know, she comes from a long line of traditions that deserve her respect, but as well as deserves her improvement and take as the age moves forward, if that makes sense. And there's just a very large element of like family and trust and relationships and like very strong bonds between the house, her friends, her Baba, her grandmother. And I just loved how this was a very lovely and wonderful take on myths that paint Well, the original Baba Yaga was like a witch that ate children and was terrifying, and the house with chicken legs that was actually in the Baba Yaga myths was also equally as terrifying. And I love that this book sort of turned it on its head and gave it just a whole different sort of outlook. Now, moving on from this book, which I highly recommend. If you're into middle grades and you love the Baba Yaga myths, even if you don't know the Baba Yaga myths, you're gonna enjoy this. There were moments of heartbreak, moments of laughter, and just, you know, honestly, there was so much lesson learning that, and it didn't feel like you were being hit over the head by it either. Now, I want to move on to the second book that I actually finished this weekend. Yes, 2 books. Who is she? Yeah, I finished Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe, and honestly, guys, I absolutely love that book. I don't know what it is about when I'm going through either stressful times in my life, or if it's just sort of I'm going through another reading rut. Magical realism books and themes tend to just sort of slowly help me work through it and then eventually pull me out of it, because I finish a book with magical realism themes and I just want more. I want more of everything, not just magical realism. So I finished the book, the Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber. I think that's the author, oh God. But it was so good. There were themes in that book about just like working through grief, real life grief and trauma, especially pertaining to family. And, you know, while I haven't had a lot of personal experience, I understand, as most people do, understand what grief and loss is. And there were a lot of like lighthearted, fun elements to exploring those themes while I was going through the book. And I don't know, there was just something really wonderful about it. And I highly recommend it if you're into sort of contemporary magical realism type of books. Like if you're a fan of Alice Hoffman's Practical Magic, The Rules of Magic, magical realism like that. This is a little less magical than that, but there are moments where you're like, ooh, mysterious. And if you like that, I would highly recommend the Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe. Why am I so tongue-tied when I'm trying to talk about this book? I'm gonna give that one a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I entirely enjoyed it. And I don't know that it's a book for everyone, because it sort of just, it's one of those things that I know that I really love. It's a small southern town, a young girl trying to figure out the rest of her life, making choices that will make her happy or will make other people happy type of thing. And, you know, some people would call it chick lit or chick literature, but honestly, it, for some reason, always puts me in the right headspace and makes me feel like I can tackle the world after I read a little bit of it. So especially when I finish it, I always feel just a little more whole, if that makes sense. And, you know, not to get too emotional, because it's not that crazy emotion. It's not that crazy emotional. But it just makes me feel like after I finish a book like that, I set it down, it makes me feel like I can sort of move forward in my day. And the same thing goes for The House with Chicken Legs, always holding books upside down. But so I read a lot of wonderful, wholesome things this weekend, and honestly, it was very relaxing to my soul. I loved it. I enjoyed it. And now, what will we read next? Maybe something scary, maybe something with vampires. Who knows? Because, you know, the tide just keeps changing with me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps my channel. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you always know when I've got good things coming to you. Bye, y'all.